all them hoes who wanna talk that shit. Fuck all them hoes who wanna talk that shit. Fuck all them hoes who wanna talk that shit. All them hoes, all them hoes, all them hoes who wanna talk that shit.
To all you dirty hoes, I'm saying fuck you.
All them hoes who wanna talk that shit.
To all you dirty hoes, I'm saying fuck you.
All them hoes who wanna talk that shit.
To all you dirty hoes,
I don't know, it might just be me. But it wouldn't be a shocker if I caught Joey in a pair of Dockers, talking proper, hanging out at old gym lockers, discussing with a group of stalkers how to star on the next episode of Crime Stoppers. All while munching Whoppers, his buddy gets a heart attack, so they call the doctors. See, this round is what old people like you call a heart stopper. See, I run the MC. I get beastie, boy. I'm the grandmaster. Make Joey disappear in a flash. Mark his death online with a biggie hashtag. UBL, can't you see? With all these list bars that be criticize me. Leave him a Fresh Prince for talking that jazz. If you dress up in that Adidas throwback, you can thank Ricky D. I'm whooping his ass. See, I can take him out with haymakers like I'm Joe Frazier, or I can watch him bleed out with a sharp razor. What am I talking about? These punches won't land, they'll hardly even graze you. This ain't my place, it's your turf. But he got some cleaning up to do. Cause I'm not responsible for this mess. It's Joe's dirt. UBL, you already know. What I got for you, nothing wakes you up like a good old cup of Joe. And since he's nothing, old school term for that to Joe Smo. See, I came here for the sole reason to take your soul. Cause you ain't ready for this war. G.I. Joe, I got a gun so big when it aim it burst your bubble. We call that bazooka, Joe. This round think hookah. Cause I'm smoking, Joe. Hopefully a good fella, actually I don't care. I'ma leave the scene messy. Cause I'm taking away bodies. Joe Pesci. See this over the hill opponent y'all faced me with? I caught him waving his arms, thought he was dancing, doing a nay-nay note. He was just protect himself from getting his face whipped. See, we both old. You just looked the part. So after this battle, we can look into donating your heart. You may be able to predict this shit, but old man bars is something you gotta deal with. When I think about you, I envision a bad back. Aches and pains, doctor visits. Your skin's about to lose the battle to the laws of physics. You're just old, no gimmicks. Your facial hair went from black to gray. Your glory days are starting to look like a big old haze. I bet every song in your playlist is from back in the day. Face it, like a mod, you're not a kid anymore. Getting old just sucks. No longer at your physical peak. Things you used to enjoy daily, you can only do twice a week. See, this battle, I'm in it to win. Two old people going to war, minus that old bitch. Oh, we battling for real. We gonna have to remix this movie. In order for you to beat me, Joey gonna have to bring out that grumpy old pen. See, you already had your midlife crisis, had your daily battle with ISIS, and I ain't talking about the terrorist group, nope. I'm talking about the ISIS you need in your knees to recoup. Mr. Number 4. But what for? Let's talk about that resume. See, Joey, you've been on quite the impressive streak. Actually, your path to the top is quite unique. Every opponent you face, besides any of your skill level, is considered weak. Here's my theory about that. One day you, Gray, and Stat all sat down and had a little chat. They decided to ease you back with lighter opponents, so your wins would stack. But you had to agree to the terms. No reading during battles. But we'll get back to that, because the UBL wouldn't condone it. So your next opponents, if it's the proper components, Pex, Big John, Say Less, made you feel like a phenom. Slowly the pair was impressed. Then you got bars on beat. Now music is easy for you, because you could do that in your sleep. And against Eddie, we can debate that your crew likes to cheat. Then you go back to skills. On beat. Now lyrically, he tore you apart, but skills forgot about the beat in that battle. So you slipped by in that part. Now you're against the odds. You got no beat to hide the fact your bars are handicapped. No room vote, so the Cypress Circuit can't clear the smoke. It's a panel now, more of a URL fill. We want to hear them bars and punchlines, so fuck them corny ass jokes. All I'm trying to do is find out why the league spared your life. Cause I scrolled through your battles, you broke the rules not 1, 2, but 3 times. Against Judah, you're caught reading wearing them glasses. Oswald, you did it again. And then against Pex. At least you're consistent, my friend. I'm not going to attack the fact that you live on a farm, train owls to rest on your arm. I don't even care that you pluck chickens for a living. Hey, I ate one of your turkeys and fed my family during Thanksgiving. Thanks. One thing I learned in battle rap, you can't deny or rebuttal, is facts. Against Pex, you rapped about mounds, him in no shirt. Against Sayless, you said he didn't have a long dick. Pause. What straight man says this type of shit? Against Bezo, you said I stay with a round in my back pocket like a can of chew. That's facts. I can tell us something a man your stature just might do. So before you open up your mouth and say I can, sir, we can get back to that can of chew. 'Cause that round in your back pocket is now the death of you. Odds.
Oddzmaker, shit. What the fuck does that even mean? I mean, for 3 decades, you've been an underheated kettle, never gaining steam, and you've been a hip-hop head in the scene, but no investigation will be needed when the brass cleared the scene. It was an obvious decapitation, and the chalk outline still included his head in the scene. I mean, I grabbed that blade and put plenty of red in the scene. I grabbed that brush and paint plenty of dead in the scene. And forgot he was a redhead. That red sometimes complements the orange when it gleams, and they say sometimes a murderer returns to the scene of the crime, and this time it's true. I sat back and I read the scene to make sure there was no evidence, but it was evident that I meant to leave a mess, and I had a flashback to when I fled the scene when I seen red. I mean, lights flashing. It's funny that Odds thought he could get in the ring with a god. I mean, he's a joker. Maybe he thought he would get on a big car, but with this deal, he's hedging his bets because the consensus at large is Joey with a body bag. This a practicing spar. You ain't a star, and you damn sure ain't a player living in the fog. You would think I injured your star player the way I fuck up the odds. You ain't getting robbed. It's expected. I'm a nightmare to fuck your dream up. Russian Olympics scandal. I will fuck your whole team up. Yeah, that's a doping bar. I know a faggot when I see one. I sold coke in bars, and look, I don't mean to spoil it, but I was selling and snorting rails in bathroom stalls for some of these kids were trained on the toilet rails. Train, you know, steaming like a locomotive, 50 Shades of Joey. Your girl told me she was into choking. I was like, nah, look, really, I'm just into smoking motherfuckers. If they try to stop my forward motion, who really gon' fuck with Joey when I start to get the flow and all praise like, hallelujah. Like I was Leonard Cohen, yeah, I'm from Concentrate. You know the bars are more potent. We ain't in the same boat. Odds, you better get the rowing. You misrepresent like your horse is Trojan. Man, you bugging. Odds kind of look like a ginger hacksaw Jim Duggan. I was like, seen this girl, I said, oh, man, she busted. Odds leave his bars out in the rain like, man, they rusted. He won 430, but I snipe him and put him in a box because a bunch of strays aren't as good as one calculated shot, but I'm an ER nurse. I'll give anyone a shot, and I'm like Curry with that game winner. Your eye dot with this shot, and that's a 3-0. On the panel, by the way, like Harden on defense, I ain't come in here to play. Bitch, I came in here to spray, kicking bars with no delay. You are blocking in the circle like you're blinding in the maze. I am mace. I do not take odds light. Maybe a little, cause the way he conducts, he will always be second fiddle. Then I'll hear the world's smallest violins when his losses and his lip quivers and dribbles and big dogs bite. So I guess we're just gonna call you Nibbles. That's a lift death. You got one fucking post on your IG because you're fucking boring and you don't want to post a bunch of things and get no likes and be disappointed. And I watched your battles and you were lying, but you thought you were roaring. And next thing you know, my girl's like, wake up, Joey. God damn it, you're snoring. Fuck. Odds beating me. You ain't the right man for the job. Maybe go to 5150 and go snuggle with Oz. And maybe you should retire at this age. When you act out your punches, it's like your arms are tied to your rib cage. I pulled out the tape, Oz, and you just don't measure up. That's okay. It seems I will kill you because these bars are tailor-made to hem you up. And this 11-2, and that ain't probably. Because this is you walking through the airport lobby, through that TSA x-ray machine, because this a clear body. Nothing